it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Tuesday, January 24th. So we will have the moon in Pisces all day, trying to help us kind of see where it is that we need to wrap some topics and themes up in our emotional cycle from the past in order to kind of prepare us to start fresh when we move into Aries energy and really start taking some action in the world to kind of bring some of our dreams to life. Of course, the moon in Pisces is very emotional, super hypersensitive, highly intuitive, very imaginative, very dreamy. Also gets super overwhelmed super quick, and we have a tendency to want to run away from life, run away from our responsibilities, and just kind of huddle up in la la land until some of the friction and density actually passes. Now, there are 7 different aspects taking place here today. 10 of them involve the moon. The moon is going to square Mars very, very early on in the day. A square is never fun. It's getting into the boxing ring, and here's why. Mars, who is now direct in Gemini energy, is very certain of the path, of the direction, of the ideas, of the dreams, of the goals that are making us excited, that we're passionate about, that we actually want to pursue and try to bring to life. Very much rearing to go, just wants to move out in the world, wants to take action, wants to make moves. But of course, we are not prepared to do that yet. That's where the moon in Pisces comes in. The moon in Pisces is like, you know what? Let's not really take action. Let's rest. Let's dream about it. Let's sort through the process of what it is that we're going to do when we're gifted with the green light go. Let's just move into dreamland and la la land. Let's visualize what the actions are, what it's going to mean for us when we start taking it, and of course, what the end goal is. Of course, that is frustrating as F to Mars, who does not want to think anymore, does not want to be stalled out. He just spent very long time in a retrograde having to do the inner work of visualization and identification of what it is that he actually wanted to pursue. And now he's direct. He wants to take action. And none of the planets, the universe, has not supported him in actually doing so. So he's a little bit agitated, a little bit frustrated. The moon goes ahead, sextiles with the true node, which is a beautiful thing. That's our soul path, our destiny point. This does mean that we are spending enough time in our inner realm, really sorting through what is ending, what is yet beginning, what it is that we want for ourselves, what it is that we're being called to pursue, what our dreams are, what that vision looks like. We are getting inspired in many different ways. And because of this, we are kind of conjuring up a path, a strategy, a method on how it is that we are going to move forward and really bring some of these dreams to life when we are gifted with the green light go ahead to actually do so. The moon goes ahead and sextiles Mercury, the headspace. This means that our headspace and our heart space were finally in agreement. Might just be for a very short amount of time, but the moon in Pisces and Mercury, who is in Capricorn energy, this is a good vibe for us to visualize what it is that we want to bring to life, drop it down into the lower level intellect that Mercury rolls over, where we can kind of add logic and practicality, some strategy, some methods on how it is that we're going to kind of take action and bring these elements to life. This Capricorn energy is the great manifester of the zodiac. It's an earth energy. So whatever it is that our heart and our head are in alignment about, we can then go ahead, start formulating a plan, and then prepare to engage the physical body to take action to make some of the moves that are going to help us bring our inner realm to our outer reality. The moon does bump into Chiron in not the nicest way. So of course, anytime that we're feeling good, we're making plans, we're actually seeing some progress, we're actually strategizing a plan to actually move forward. Just when we're feeling positive about it, those darker force entities try to kind of talk fear into the dreams that we just realized that we had. Chiron is coming at us with fears, with doubts, with insecurities, with the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And it is going to be a little bit overwhelming because we are in this Pisces energy. It does have the ability to totally change our attitude, to change our mood, to change the funk. And we are going to see a little bit of a decline in our optimism and our confidence in our dreams and our goals and our visions, because Chiron, again, is trying to really kind of, rattle us away from making the kind of changes, the kind of growth, the kind of moves that we are plotting to make. Now, the moon is going to semi-square Pluto, the great transformer. Semi-square is a little bit of a tension point, not as major as a square, but enough of a tension point in a conflict for us to see where the change is needed the most. Now, Pluto likes to kind of examine our inner realm, our psyche to be most specific, because the minute that you can rewrite a storyline in our psyche is the minute that our emotions change in order to align with that and, of course, project us on a different path and actually moving forward. It's not going to feel good. We are going to get overwhelmed with our, I'm going to say, darkness, with our obsessive thinking, with our fixation on why all the things that we want in life are never going to happen. We do have to kind of fall apart in order to put ourselves back together in a much stronger way. But it really never feels good to have to do a deep dive into the shadow realm of the darkest parts of ourselves. Venus goes ahead, bumps into the true node in a very positive way, which suggests that we are starting to see a lot of insight, a lot of clarity, really come into our mental plane, into our heart space, really show us what it is that we want to do moving forward from here with our relationship dynamics, with our happiness, with our money matters. And the true node being our soul point, our destiny point, means that we are formulating the very first baby step on how it is that we are going to move away from where it is that we're currently at and move closer to where it is that we desire to be. The moon in Pisces is going to sextile, which is a beautiful energy, Uranus, who just went direct. Uranus is the great awakener. He likes to shock us. He likes to awe us. We have to expect the unexpected. We have a lot of divinely scripted events accelerating, really pushing us for change. And this is definitely going to download us not only with intellectual insight and inspiration and aha moments and epiphanies, but definitely align us with our higher selves. Again, the moon in Pisces, our higher self, our intuition. Uranus energy is our higher selves of the intellect of the dimension within us. So we are kind of seeing a blending between the highest forms of our intellect and the highest forms of our intuition. Venus is going to semi-square Chiron. And this is definitely going to not feel so good because as far as our relationship dynamics go that we're trying to work through right now, we're going to become a little bit more focused on our differences instead of focusing in on our similarities. Keep in mind that Venus being in Aquarius energy, she's kind of torn. Venus naturally wants connection, naturally wants intimacy, naturally wants closeness, and Aquarius energy naturally wants independence, freedom, and space. So what we get here is a little bit of a cluster F in our emotions, especially when trying to figure out what it is that we want to do with our relationship dynamics from here. And Chiron, the wounded healer, is here to open up the wounds that we've experienced in past relationships and really have us focused on where it is that we're not so alike, instead where it is that we're nothing alike. Very focused on all the reasons of why we shouldn't stay in these relationship dynamics instead of being focused on why we should. We're going to get a huge help here when the sun sextiles Jupiter. This is going to bring our optimism back, bring our positivity back, shine a new bright light on what the possibilities for ourselves are. This is shining a bright light on the opportunities for love, for abundance, for opportunities, for growth. This is changing the belief system that we had earlier in the day, bringing us out of the funk, and definitely inspiring us to see what is possible for us once we get rid of this negative ass narrative. The last aspect that we have here today is the moon semi-squaring the sun, which is a tension point, but will illuminate where it is that we're having a hard time letting go of certain perspectives, certain memories, certain, I'm going to say, understandings in order to actually shift our focus and awareness on what is possible for us when we stop with the limiting beliefs. This is a buildup. We do have a very pivotal point of change taking place here further on in the week, but right now it's time for us to sort out our inner realms and really see what it is that we can move away from, what it is that's holding us back from moving forward, to prepare ourselves to make a huge jump, a huge leap on the path in the direction of the possibilities of our new vision and our new dreams.